Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again. We are going to be working on another Christmas pattern, again from Lionbrand.com, and it is using once again our little bonbons, and these are called the Bonbon Holiday Motifs. I did a couple last year. I think I did the candy cane and I think I did maybe the wreath. I'm not really sure, but this year I'm going to do the Christmas tree. So if you pull up your pattern, you'll scroll to the very first one, which is your Christmas tree. You'll need a size 4mm hook and choose at least 3 colors. Now it does call for a French knot, which I do not do French knots. That will be for your decoration. So just a heads up, I will do a little bit of a knot for that little decoration that shows on there. However, just a heads up, I don't do embroidery as I've mentioned before, so I will do my own version of that. So I have my sparkle green for the tree, a solid red for those little decorations, and then I'm going to use the white for the stand or the base of the tree or the trunk, whatever they want to label that as. So what you're going to do is we're going to start with the beginning of the tree. So we are going to use, of course, if you want your tree green, that's fine. If you want it to be white, that is totally optional. Okay, so now what you want to do is we want to chain up 2 here. Okay, so we'll chain up 2. Now come down a little bit more so we can see. Okay, so what you want to do now is work 2 single crochet in the second from the hook. So 1 and 2. Now what we're going to do now is for row 2 we are going to chain up 1 and turn. Okay, and you want to do 2 single crochet right into the first stitch. And then you're just going to single crochet into that last stitch. Okay, so now you should have a total of 3 stitches. So turn once more. Now rows 3, 4, and 5, we want to chain up 1. We're going to work the next 3 rows the same way. So you want to do 2 single crochet right into that first stitch. So this is row 3. And then you'll single crochet into the next and into the next. Okay, now let's turn for row 4. Chain up 1 and you'll do 2 stitches in the first and then single crochet in the next remaining stitches. Okay, and now turn and we will do row 5 exactly the same way. Chain up 1, 2 stitches in the first, and then single crochet in the remaining stitches. And that should give you a total of 6 stitches at the end of this row. Okay, now rows 6 and 7 are the same. You want to turn and we'll chain up 1. You want to do 2 in the first and single crochet in each stitch to the last stitch. Okay, and once you get to the last stitch you're going to treat it like the first stitch and put 2 single crochet. Okay, now you'll have 10 stitches at the end of at the end of row 7, so you'll have to turn and do that again. So chain up 1 and you'll put 2 stitches in the first and then single crochet to the last stitch. Okay, now the last stitch will get 2 stitches just like the first stitch. Okay, so now you should have a total of 10 stitches total. Okay, And now we'll turn and do row 8. So you'll chain up 1. And what you want to do now is slip stitch in the first 3. So we want to start making our shape now. So 1 slip stitch, 2, and 3. Okay, and now you're going to do 2 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 and 2, and then single crochet in the next 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then you will leave the last 3 stitches because we slip stitch in the first 3. We were building in the next few stitches, and then just leave the last 3 because it will even them out to equal the first 3 slip stitches we did. Okay, so now you're going to turn, and row 9 you'll chain up 1, and you'll do 2 single crochet right in that first stitch, and then single crochet in the next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're building down the middle part of the tree now. So you'll have 6 stitches going across. So turn. Now rows 10, 11, 12, and 13 are the same. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do 2 in the first, and then you want to single crochet to the last stitch, and then put 2 into that last stitch. Okay, now turn. That was row 10. So 11s work the same way. So chain up 1, and the first stitch gets 2, and then you'll single crochet across, when you get to that last stitch, you'll put 2. Turn. So row 12 now, chain up 1 and put 2 into that first stitch. Single crochet across. And you see that it's looking just like the top, and it's giving us layers on the tree. Okay, so once you've single crocheted across, you want to put 2 in the last stitch. And turn. And now the last row, which is 13, you'll work it the same way. Chain up 1 and put 2 in the first stitch. Single crochet across. And these little motifs, motifs and hats are just absolutely my favorite things to make. They are just so much fun. Okay, so when you get to the last one of row 13, once again, put 2. Okay, this is what you will have at the end of row 13. Okay, so let's turn now. In row 14, we will do a chain 1, and you will slip stitch into the first 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want to do 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you're going to leave the remaining 4 stitches unworked. Turn. Row 15, you'll chain up 1 and put 2 single crochet in the first stitch. And then you want to single crochet in the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, turn. Now 16, 17, and 18 again are worked just the same as the rest of the body. So we're going to increase now. So chain 1. You want to do 2 in the first. Single crochet in each stitch across now to the last stitch. You want to put 2 in that last one. Alright, now turn and do that again. So chain 1 and put 2 in the first stitch, single crochet across. And it's a perfect day for me to be working on these tutorials for Christmas. It is actually sleeting and freezing rain outside, and it's not supposed to get but about 29 degrees today, so it's awesome outside. Alright, so put 2 in the last stitch, and now for row 18 it's the same thing. Chain 1 and put 2 in the first, single crochet across. And I love winter weather, so nothing better than shopping in the winter weather, making cozy afghans in the winter weather, and doing holiday videos in the winter weather. It's just beautiful. Okay, and now 2 in the last stitch. Okay, now you'll turn. And now that we've got our tree established, you want to now fasten off. The tree is built. Okay, just like that. Beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, it curls up a little bit. You'll have to actually, we can go ahead and weave these in if you want. But yeah, you'll have to block this. Especially if you're using these little bonbons, it's best to block these. So just go ahead and weave that in a little bit there. And we will weave these in a bit. Oops, I think I took that right out of there. You don't have to weave it in far if you don't want. That's totally optional. Or weave it in an inch or two. And then what we're going to do is work on the trunk. So whichever color you got for the trunk, that's what you'll need now. So of course I've got my white. So with the right side facing of your tree, make sure you have the right side facing. Kind of a little hard to tell with these. Now, I'm going to assume that's the right side. Alright, so we're going to add on our trunk color. You want to join your yarn with a single crochet in the 6th stitch of your last row. Okay, so make sure that you count over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So make sure, well, let's go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Join it with a single crochet. Okay, and then what you want to do, single crochet in the next 3 stitches, working over that tail. 1, 2, and 3, and you'll leave the remaining 5 stitches. So row 20, 21, and 22, you're just going to single crochet across. So chain up 1 and just single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 4 stitches. Chain up 1 and turn, single crochet 4 across. And that's just a very simple part to do. Then you want to fasten that off. Okay, and now you just simply want to take your red, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold mine in half. If you don't embroider, just like I don't, you can do alternate ways. So I'm just going to double up my red here. And you can use small buttons. You can use sequins. There are many different ways you can do this. But I just don't do embroidery. I'm just going to double up my yarn and come from the back. And as long as you pull your yarn all the way, sorry guys, I was out of the camera. All I did was just thread my yarn, pull it all the way to the end and hold it, and go through the next spot available beside that yarn, pull it through like this. Make sure you fold this over, and you can go back and forth. This one didn't go through, so I may not just use that part. You just go through it like that, and make, you know, just make yourself little circles, crisscrossing over. You can actually do quite a bit of ball work on a tree like this. So you just come in and out. As long as your yarn is thick enough, you can work with it. So see, you put one there, because technically nobody is going to see the back. So if I go to the next space and then come back, and just like that, it proves to be the same thing. So you can call it a form of embroidery, I guess, but I don't do the knots and things like that. Never learned. So, you know, and you don't even have to finish off your yarn. You can just keep knotting them up and just keep working your way down. Because, like I say, the back of it will not be seen, because you're going to, more than likely, sew it on something. So see, that's very simple to do, just to decorate your tree. Okay? And that is how we do the simple little bonbon Christmas tree. Okay? And that's all that there is to it. And if you want to see the other bonbon patterns that I did from last year, you can visit my playlist on the left side of my screen on my YouTube page. Make sure you go under the Christmas and Thanksgiving playlist. But until next time, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like the video, and happy hooking. Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. We are going to be doing another famous pattern from Lionbrand.com or Yarnspirations.com. They have lots of these little patterns that are motifs made from the little bonbons that you can buy. They have them in the Christmas colors this time of year. And we are going to do this beautiful little Christmas tree. So grab up the little bonbons or any yarn you wish to use and join me back and have a good time with this pattern.